This is the story of Bumble. Bumble's home is a hive of activity. Lots and lots of other bees live there, and they all look after each other. Bumble always wanted to be the queen bee, but that simply would never happen. His role and that of his buddies was to make the queen the happiest queen ever. He loved his job, but he just couldn't stop being annoying. One day he upset the apple cart, literally by munching the Granny Smiths too keenly. On this particular morning, Bumble got up early to see which flowers were best for his queen's breakfast. The dandelions were still asleep, so he didn't waste valuable time with them. The daisies were tempting, but not big enough. The cowslips with their golden bells looked lovely, but they didn't taste that good. Bumble winged across the field and saw a hedge filled with honeysuckle. Perfect, he thought. He swooped down, landed in the middle, and got to work. Wow, this tastes good, he thought. She'll love it. He spent more time than he should sucking the nectar from the flowers and eventually flew off back to his hive. Halfway home, he ran out of puff. He'd sucked much too much of the delicious juice, and his only hope was to make an emergency landing. He ended up on a tuft of grass and wondered what on earth he should do. He looked around to see if anyone was watching and then decided the only thing to do was to have the Queen's breakfast himself. A short while later, feeling so much better, he set off again. When he got back, his friends asked how the trip had been. He told them what had happened, and everyone was rather shocked and angry. This meant that others would have to get her breakfast when today was Bumble's turn. They washed their wings and made a plan. They knew that the best place to get the Queen's full English, as they liked to call her breakfast, was at the next-door farm where the cherry trees were in blossom. 6 of them set off in arrow formation, and unlike Bumble, wasted no time examining fruitless flowers. Cherry blossom was perfect for the job in hand. Each knew precisely the amount of nectar they could carry safely. They had been to the hive school and had paid attention to their teacher, Colonel McGibbon, who came from a foreign country and buzzed in a funny way. They liked him despite his kilt, which was pink and white striped instead of the normal black and yellow. Too girlish, they thought. Not wanting to keep Her Majesty waiting, she could get very cross if things weren't on time. They buzzed back home at full speed and put the breakfast on her generous lap. She thanked them kindly, and they went off for a well-earned snooze. They had saved the day, and the Queen never got to know how bumbling Bumble had been.